Hello, hello, hello. It is your boys, the DM podcast, once again, giving you that flavor in your ear.
Yeah,
Hey, we have like a main debate between two guys that we just felt like arguing about. We have some other topics like the way the league is going, like just a whole NBA this week. We're gonna just chat about that. Some things I gotta say, some things YS got to say. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But how is my boy YS doing today?
yeah, every day above ground is a good one.
Every single day, it's as long as
Yes,
we're
sir.
above,
Yes,
we're good.
sir.
The crazy thing is, like, we before we start off with our Lamelo and Haliburton debate, before we even go there, they're actually facing each other as we speak. But the unfortunate part is that Lamelo Ball is not playing because I believe he's injured. So that kind of sucks. That kind of can fit our narrative of what we have to say today. But before, like I said, before we even continue that, there is some bad news in the NBA today. We had one, which is Franz Wagner. He got hurt. He's hurt. He's out indefinitely with I think it's another bicep or oblique, one of the two. Um,
Ooh,
Tears. He's like I know he's out indefinitely for sure,
yeah, that
which
is.
just sucks for the Magic.
Yeah, man, they can't catch a break, man.
Like it really sucks,
Young
man. But
team, man. Young team. You know what I mean? When is Paulo supposed to come back? You know what
he
I
would have
mean?
torn oblique. I think Paulo's getting like situated in like 2 weeks or something.
Shoot. And now
He's
Franz is out. It's like, shoot.
yeah, it's gonna be there. They'll be out for a
That's got to
minute.
step up. That's got to step up now.
So I expect Suggs to be like, a two-way kind of creator plus the defense. For sure. I think Anthony Black is gonna step up. Cole Anthony hasn't really had a great season,
As in-
so maybe he can step up. A
Well,
lot of
Suggs
guys can
got
step
game.
up.
Suggs got game offensive.
Oh
Suggs
yeah.
got game. He's got game. So,
He's not as bad as not say he was bad before, but like offensively, he's not the worst. He may just have to go in his Gonzaga bag and be like, in Gonzaga, I had to play a lot of offense. I can do it again. And we're pretty deep then when I was doing all that. So, but I
yeah,
really want to see
gotta
what
step
else.
up.
Yeah, I want to see what else. Everyone's right now they're 16-9. They're third in the Eastern Conference. They're probably gonna lose some games because without your two best guys, yeah, you can want everyone to step up, but it's hard. Um, I think KCP hasn't been shooting the ball well.
I haven't heard his name really this year,
He hasn't been shooting the ball well this season, so it's kind of unfortunate.
but they're still winning, so that's the thing. Like, I can only imagine these guys actually healthy.
He's basically 30% shooting the three.
And it's no good.
But they're gonna need him to step up because they already have the team without Franz right now, and it's Jalen, it's KCP, Tristan De Silvia, which is I think it's the rookie. Then you
Yeah.
also have Wendell Carter and Gogo Badatsi. He's a good passer. He is actually a really good passer, and he can kind of score on the low post. But Anthony Black, I think they this is where if I'm Orlando Magic. I know it sounds crazy. I know what you're about to say. Let me if you're Orlando Magic like Anthony Black, I need you to score 24, 25 a game. And the reason why I want you to score 20, 20, 25 a game is because not this year, but maybe in the off season, I may be picking up the phone and says, "Who wants Anthony Black?" I don't know. That's
I
something I
don't know
think
if
about.
I'm doing that if I'm Orlando though. I don't know because
Nah,
like I know it's value there and I get that. I get the business side, but I'm looking at the growth potential what we could have going forward. Like
yeah,
a big guard, I like big guards, big number one guards, right? I
yeah.
love those. So those things I kind of want to hold on and see what I can really do with them. Shout out to Cade, right? As a GM, right? If I'm a
Because
GM.
next year you can start Black at the one, Suggs at the two, three is Franz, four is Paolo, and then five Wendell Carter Jr. with a Casey off the bench. You can go Cole Anthony comes if he's still playing well. Gary Harris. You still got Mo Wagner. Like you can still be, especially if
I would maybe ship I would maybe ship Cole Anthony first if I'm Magic, right? But he has to be producing somewhat.
right, right. So that's why this your board is asking all of them, hey, like the two guys are out, you guys step it up. Even if we lose games, if
Mhm.
you guys just honestly look, you obviously can't tell them this, but if they show their worth, man, Cole Anthony can get you somebody good, like a veteran team. Maybe you can get a Jordan Clarkson. You can call Utah and be like, "Hey, we'll give you a second rounder, Cole Anthony. Just give us Jordan
I'm
Clarkson,
doing. I'm definitely running with that. I'm Magic.
right?"
I'm running with that. I'm
Or a
running with
Colin
that.
Sexton. You just call it and you see what you.
That's even honestly Colin Sexton for Cole Anthony and a second rounder
Yeah,
from Orlando. I'm still doing. I'm definitely doing. Clarkson. I don't think Utah's gonna let that fly, but maybe the Sexton they'll let that fly.
yeah. 'Cause I think
I'm doing that still.
Clarkson may give you more like you may get more pieces off of Clarkson based off what you know he can do. You're
Hmm.
like, well, if you need him, especially for your playoff run,
Hmm.
right? So I think that's always going to be a thing.
Sexton got game though. He just needs opportunity, but Sexton got game.
Oh, for sure, for sure, for sure. He averaged like 20 to 24 points a game. I forgot. Like ways with
Abs.
yeah, he was kind of killing it.
But if you really take it in the NBA, and this is not if everyone
Hey,
that dribbles
hey,
somewhat, as if
yeah,
they get the opportunity, they can score 20 a game. It's just the
yeah,
coaches give them a green light and 30 minutes a game.
yeah.
35 minutes a game.
I feel like me and you were saying this like back in the day. Like everybody can score 20 points a game if given the shots to do it. It's really
Yeah.
like the guys who score the most points are just the most consistent and best at it. That's really comes down to.
That's all. You're right, 100%. That is it. You're
Even
100%.
when it comes to elite guys,
Yeah.
that's what shows you. It's way too early to say this. It's way too early. But AJ Debansta, I'm gonna say his name properly one day. The 2026 most likely number one overall pick, the guy who everyone says has like athleticism of LeBron. He's still young. He's in high school right now, so his game can like elevate. But I was watching his highlights, and I want you to watch his highlights when you get a chance. I'll probably send you some clips, and we could probably talk about it on the next pod. But his game, I'm a little bit like, oh, I see why people like him, but I feel like there's something a little bit missing, and I don't know what to place it on. Like, I don't think he's a number one guy. Maybe that's it. Maybe right, but it's so early. He's in
Okay.
high school.
It's
It's so
early. It's
early.
early.
It's so early to say, right? Where I see Cooper has like number one. Like, I don't think Ace Bailey's a number one guy, but I say this now. The guy's in high school. He's in college. We got to see more. I think Ace Bailey's like a two or three on a team in the future. I think
Ace Bailey is he has game. He
he's
has
a
game.
bucket. He's a bucket, and he's athleticism like shit. It's crazy,
No, number one. He's a number two.
right? Like I just don't. But once again, being a number two is not a bad thing at all. Let's not.
A number two on a championship team.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's a number
When
two.
he's playing for Philly next year, because they're not going to win any more games, like it's not going to be a bad thing.
So who was number one and number two on the Philly? I'm not a Philly on the Shaq and Kobe Lakers, 2099.
Always Shaq. Shaq has always been number one.
So Kobe's number two.
Always. Those three, yes.
Okay, then Ace Bailey number two like that. That's a good number two.
Right. Yeah, I mean, people have to realize, man, there's so much number. If you think about it, in the top 10 list, right? Most people have two guys, Kareem and Magic. Who was the number two? And yet Kareem and Magic. Who's number two?
You know, it was Kareem.
It was Kareem, right?
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
though I think Kareem's touches were number one, but
yeah,
Magic was the one. Well, oh, I'll say touches to score. Magic had the ball way more, but
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, who was that guy? Who had the last shots? It was probably Kareem, I think, because that skyhook was just
Yeah.
too
It was
deadly.
Kareem with the last shots. Kareem was older, so it was like, okay,
So
was
you
he
have
was
to
still
give him the
balling,
game. Yeah.
still
So
balling still.
being a number two is, my favorite, one of my favorite players, my second favorite player. Dwayne Wade had to be number two.
Was that prime Dwayne Wade number two?
First year, second year of that Miami Heat team, yes. Third year, no. Because the third year, that's when he fell off a little bit,
Okay.
right? And then the fourth year, he was just not who he was, right? But LeBron only played 3 years with them, right? First year lost.
It was
Oh,
four. It was four.
4 years, yeah, yeah. That last one, he just wasn't who
So
he.
D Wade was really in his prime the first two, yeah. Yeah, 2010, 11. He really was, yeah.
Yeah, man. You know me. I can go on a D Wade
He's a
tangent.
number two.
I
Shit.
I think D Wade, man, don't man. I think D Wade is a player that like I
So
think
Curry was a number two then on G State for the
1,000%, 1,000%. KD was one. KD was one. 1,000%. There's no question. KD was definitely one. He was the better player. It's it is what it is. Oh, I forgot to mention that during the pod, I have a question that I feel like it's probably the last thing we'll probably talk about. It's a fun little conversation that we can have. Other topic to have, which we don't need to talk about this team, but I hate to say once again, but it is once again. Brandon Ingram is injured. It's unfortunate. Once again, this team is like cursed. Clearly, they're
Pelicans are
cursed.
done. Yeah.
They're done. Once again, but like to me, is this a team that should get another top 10 draft pick again? What are they doing with them? Dyson
Not
Daniels is
high
about to
picks on the team.
Dyson Daniels is about to be like a first team All
Most
NBA.
improved. Most
He's
shit.
about the most improved too. Like, and he was on your squad. Now he went to
Like
freaking Atlanta.
what happened? Dyson Daniels on the Pelicans. When I seen him on the Pelicans, he just looked. I don't know if it was the offense where they're running, but he didn't look like he didn't know what was really going on. His
Right,
eyes were telling it all like kind of going with the flow,
right,
right?
right,
Dyson Daniels. I was like, this Dyson Daniels,
right.
name Dyson Daniels.
Like we always knew he was good
Name Dyson
defensively.
Daniels.
Like when he came from the G League Ignite, he was good defensively. But like he's
Yeah,
leveled up defensively. His defensive like increase alone, like you said, makes him an MIP candidate. Like there, we were seeing it all in front of us, right?
this is
So
wow. It's
but yeah,
crazy.
like we
Just
all like I think the whole league. There's like certain guys in this league that I think everyone loves. Trey Murphy the third is a guy, and Herb Jones. Let's name both of them.
yo.
Man, who doesn't love those two guys?
Bro, I would love any of those guys on the squad. Trey Murphy the third is really that guy when it comes to the long ball.
Come
He's
on.
really that guy.
Man's like
And he's
6'10".
athletic. And he's athletic as shit.
Did we ever say he's kind of like I think we named Rashard Lewis like Laurie Marketing, but I think Trey Murphy the third with like if he's the second or third option, whoo.
You think he would be a second option, huh? Because I'm looking at him more as a like third.
But he's the third option for sure. But I think
Yeah.
like yeah, imagine if he was a second option with the way he
Yeah.
can shoot the three. I'm saying like
Honestly, he's a Michael Redd 2.0.
yeah, yeah. I
If
can
he's
see
the second option, like he's getting close to 20 a game. Like, yeah,
easily,
he's shooting 40% from three.
easily.
Maybe he'll be shooting maybe 10 attempts. Like he's got game. Herb Jones has got game. He's got that defense, perimeter defender. He's top three in the league to me.
Right.
Top three perimeter defender in the league. Period.
Defensively, yeah, he's so good. But once
When was
again,
the
so
last time you seen a three block jump shots? A three.
the Pelicans, like I think we both I forgot where we ranked them. I think I may have ranked them like
We ranked
top.
them in the playoffs. They were in the
I think
playoffs.
yeah, I think we both like said like they're a playoff team. Like
Yeah.
I want to see where I ranked them
Now I
because
think the Raptors have more wins. The Raptors have more wins than them.
yeah. Now the thing is the injury wise, Pelicans have the worst injuries in the league, and then Raptors I think are second with more man loss. Yeah, I put them as seventh in the league, so definitely a playoff team. I put for them, definitely a playoff team. So like it's kind of unfortunate that this is where we are,
Yeah.
right? Like they just can't get healthy. And we really thought the DeJounte Murray part, the they didn't have a center, but like let's see what Zion can do. You
Yeah,
know,
space, but no one's healthy. So it's like,
that's why I know people want to rate them. Oh, we should probably talk about that ESPN under 25.
yeah, actually,
But
yeah,
did
yeah.
you I sent you the list. Yeah, like
Yes, yeah, because I have some thoughts. I got some thoughts about that list still.
which would lead us to our Haliburton and you know Lamelo topic.
That's just crazy work. Like, that's
Let me let me pull up that article. Let me pull up that
pull
article.
that up too right now.
Because yeah, that but once again, I think it's ESPN, like it's kind of recency bias as well. It's all like who you believe could be the best at the time. I don't know. So you
Yeah,
ready?
let's
So,
get
so,
it.
so some people who didn't make the list at all, like RJ Barrett didn't make the list. RJ's 24.
Wow,
And he didn't make the list. And like that's once
wow.
again like And he's having a really good season that we all agree. RJ having a really good season, and even he didn't make it. Okay, well, it is what it is. Um, we can go. So Bilal Coulibaly, okay, he's having a good season. I think that some people say, but I'm not too. I'm not the biggest fan. Let me see more.
I'm gonna be like Charles on this, and I don't know who that is. I'm being
Like
honest.
he's the one who said that Pascal is the easiest person to guard.
Oh, this okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
So
all right.
Tyrese, he's been really good for the Rockets,
He
and
has me,
they would never trade him. Him and Amen Thompson, who was 22nd, they love him in Houston. When those guys
bro,
are on, they have the best like net rating in the league.
bro.
So
Once they get consistent Jimmys,
it's crazy. Like Houston's the team that can make a splash. They're making a splash already.
bro. Houston is like OKC but ahead of schedule.
Yeah, yeah, I agree, right? And like they have two trade options in Jabari Smith Jr. and Cam Whitmore because those two
Jabari
guys,
Smith on the squad. Yeah, yeah. It's just
like,
yo,
if those, because think about it, you don't have to trade like Jalen Green or Sengun. You can trade those two young cats and probably a Dylan Brooks contract for somebody, like for somebody. Once again, you can call Houston.
got
Well,
defenders with Amen and maybe get Amen off the bench and have him starting and
right, like, you can do a lot. You can do a lot.
just
Dyson Daniels
flexibility there.
23rd, right, which we
Who's the
both just
23rd
talked
again?
about him.
Dyson. Shout out to Dyson.
He's good. Tyler Hero 21. I
Like
feel like
it's real. He's really averaging 3 steals a game. Like it's real.
he's
Like that's real.
he's gonna be a first team all defense this year with the way he's playing. Tyler Hero's 21. I think it's because of his age they put him there, to be honest, because he's getting older. So I'll just leave it there.
He's old. He's older at 21. Sorry. 21 out of 2025 list. He's got 4 more years, guys. But okay.
Jalen Green, um, he was 20th on the list. Jalen Green is 20. He's 22 years old. I feel like Jalen Green is a recency bias as well, even though I probably put him here too. I ain't gonna lie, but
Mhm.
people when they don't like your game, me and you talk when they don't like your game, there's nothing you can do. They just don't like your game. People just don't like Jalen Green's game.
Volume, volume, volume. So
Yeah, they just don't like it. It's inefficient to people. Derek Lively is he's 20 years old and he was 19th on the list. It's pretty good. He's he's legit Tyson Chandler to me.
he is a young Tyson Chandler. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Jalen Suggs is 18th. I think that's good on the list. Uh, then 17 was Jalen Johnson, who like once again I need to see more because I just don't get it yet. Like I just don't get it. Even though he's averaging 20 and 10
Yeah,
and 5.
he's averaging 20. Yeah, yeah,
He's
he's doing his thing.
his stats are similar to like Julius Randle. So I need to watch him more. I
It's
feel
because
like
we don't watch Atlanta Hawks ball like game.
distance, right? Yeah, I
Well, if
don't.
we're
I
not
just
watching
like they've been doing well this year.
honestly, there's some teams that I didn't think would be,
Not this
what they're doing. Yeah, this
Zion is 16th. He's also 24. Now here's my thing. I'm not sure if this is a hot take. Zion shouldn't be on the list.
oh, that's a
Why?
hot take. That's a hot
Because he's this man, honestly,
It's
we
potential.
come on, there's so much. We keep talking about his damn potential. Like, I get it. He's played, for the games he's played, he's 22, 8, and 5. I hear that's good. I hear it. But like he should be the way we see Giannis as dominating, we all believe Zion should be less dominating. But he just I don't know, man. I don't really see it. He doesn't play any defense. Like where's the defense? I don't know. He should be out the list, in my opinion. And I say it disrespectfully, so he can get mad and fucking be number one.
hmm hmm
That's where he should be. He should
Trash.
be top five.
He definitely should be, but it's like
No health. We get he played 70 games last year. Doesn't matter. What did you do for me lately? That's
gonna
would
have
you
you
pay
dunk
Zion
for
a
me.
max contract right now? No,
If I'm no, hell no, hell no. Because
right?
how many games are gonna play? It's like, are you gonna give Kawhi max contract?
No. Embiid, no. Like 15th was
You would
Brandon
lean
Miller.
towards Kawhi more because at least he has rings. So it's like he
Yeah,
can
yeah,
probably get a ring. You
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I mean? But it's still like you're not. You need to be healthy to do that. So
Yeah. Kawhi's best is still like top 6 in the league.
yes, yeah,
So
easily, easily. Kawhi is a top 7 player in the league, healthy,
oh
100%.
yeah, 100%.
Not even close. He doesn't
Brandon
make
Miller,
difference.
was is 15th. You know, he's averaging 20, well, basically 21, 5 and 4.
He's actually doing better than what I thought he would be doing still.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
think for me,
for some
because
reason. I didn't think he'd be doing this well, but I'm proud of him still.
I think, and I think 'cause I was such a scoot guy. I was such a, I'm still a scoot guy. So I think that's why I'm like, I didn't see Brandon Miller. And once again, the top three picks never always end up like that. But it looks like it's Scoot. That's the one. I thought Scoot was the most like for sure out of all three,
Me
but
too.
clearly
Me,
wrong. Darius Garland is 14th. I think that's an age thing. I think they would have just because he's almost 25. So
literally just now.
yeah. So I think that's still good. Cade 13th, like disrespectful, especially
I
for
know
going
that
this
should be
year.
top five. Like that's crazy.
Cade is doing 23.5, 7 and 9.
That's
7 rebounds and
crazy.
9 assists.
That's LeBron's stat line.
Come on, man. Now number 12, your boy Lamelo, which we'll talk about soon. He's 23, but he's 12 on the list. 31, 7, and he's shooting basically 36% shooting three. So we'll
It's
talk about him.
disrespectful. He should be top five on this list.
Scotty's number 11, 28 and 7.
That's
So
still, but they're disrespecting Scotty.
Sengun is 10. You know, I think Scotty's a top 10. I don't know why. Sengun is 10th. Once again, it comes from the fact that people just love his game. We love his game, but it's a lot of like, oh, baby Jokic, baby Sabonis in this. That's how I see it. Jalen Williams is 20, he's 23, and he's 21, 6 and 2. Okay.
He's
So
balling. He's balling.
I'm pretty sure him
Two
and
steals a game too. That's
yeah,
efficient.
I can't. Yeah, it's good now with Jalen with J Dub. I think people do kind of over boost him as well.
Ooh,
Him and RJ, like RJ's averaging 23, 7, and 6. Okay,
that's
so
good.
that's
That's
real
good.
good. So to me, it's like they have the same stats,
Archer should be on the list.
but people look at RJ like he's old and dusty, where Jalen Williams is fresh and new, bro. It's a year difference, and like it's such a close
You know
year
what? Maybe if RJ was playing on the Knicks,
playing
maybe
like this though, because
on
everybody.
yes, playing like this on you're right, playing like this on the Knicks, yeah. But I don't know. I guess teams it doesn't really have anything. Is this team success matter on this list so far? Houston,
Mm,
OKC, Raptors,
not,
not really because
not
Raptors aren't this
really.
level.
8 is Evan Mobley, who just had like a 40 ball just the other day. So
Shout out to Mobley, yeah.
yeah, he's doing well. Now, once again, I think Scotty is better than Mobley because I think Scotty can do more. I think Cade is better than Mobley. But
Definitely Kate is better than Mobley. Stop this.
but I love Mobley's defensive versatility, all that stuff. Mobley's still good at, right? I'm not gonna ever dispute that. But I think the other guys are better. The Cavs being like 21 and 3 brings them here, right? It brings them here. Tyrese
100%.
Maxey.
They're disrespecting Maxi, but he's top 10.
He's top
He's
10,
top-
right? So
Yeah, yeah.
Tyrese Haliburton. He's 6. We're not, I won't, we'll talk about it soon because
Why is why is he lower than Cade?
I, I
You're
want,
a GM. Who would you start a franchise? Halliburton right now or Cade right now?
God, this guy's
We
about
can
to,
talk about draft night. We'll talk about draft night after. Halliburton or Cade right now? Who you starting a franchise with?
this guy, we were supposed to talk about Lamelo Ball. This guy gave me a crazy, hold on, let me think. Okay.
You're to
Cade or
actually think it's
Haliburton?
crazy. Like to actually to think about this is crazy.
I know because I love Cade Cunningham. I think he's so talented. He's better defensively. I probably would start with Cade. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Haliburton
Easily.
is such a good sorry, the mostly defensive player. Oh my gosh. Oh,
He's a pylon. He's a pylon.
he's a yes. But I think his ability to pass the ball is better. So but yeah, you're right. Cade is a more like he's the guy that if I've had to pick last 5 minutes of the game, NBA Finals, who do I want? I want the ball in Cade's hands. Yes, Haliburton can shoot the three, but Cade can just do so much.
He can
Cade, like
create. Yeah.
his creation is
Yeah.
really good, but Haliburton's a really good passer. But I
Yeah,
think
but you have to
Cade,
like who can dribble better to you? Like who can get to
Cade,
the
Cade
spots?
has the edge. He has a slight edge, not crazy slight, but like a slight edge. I'll give that. And the one thing I'll say quickly is that Tyrese Haliburton, if we're talking about this year, should not
Yeah,
be top 10. Should not be top 10. I can agree. He should not be top 10 this year. No, no way. He's
100%.
not played like a top 10 player at all. Chet is 5, and that's I think a lot of Chet started off the year really good.
Real hot still. He
Like
got
real,
injured, tapered off, but
and he's only 22. Like the thing is, these mans like their prime is at age 26, 27. These men haven't touched prime yet, man. OKC should have a Golden State type like trajectory for the rest of it. Am I crazy? Like that's what they should
that
be
is
doing.
a very big shoe to fill. That's big shoes to fill. I'm not
Out
gonna lie. Golden
he's
State trajectory was this.
but that's fine, yo. Like he's 22, J Dub is 23, Shea like 26. What are we talking about? Like this is what we should be doing,
Like you
right?
see them potentially winning a couple of rings. Like
He should, based off age and trajectory. Yeah,
based on Asian trajectory, then right? Then you're basically calling them a dynasty, a baby dynasty,
they
based
should
on
be.
Asian trajectory.
They should be. Yes, yes, they should be. It'd be disappointing. Like them not winning 2 rings in the next 7 years is a failure.
I'm
It's
gonna
a
hold you
failure.
to that. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yeah, it's a failure. It's a failure.
7 years,
Yeah, and they have to win two. You can't
that's
have Shea. She's a top 4 player in the league, no? Right?
right now. Shea's top three in the league.
And he'll probably be a top 10 player for the next what? 4 years?
Yeah, the only person I can say that's better than Shea off top is like Joker and KD.
And Giannis.
Sure, Giannis, yeah, Giannis, but I feel like Shea in a playoff will be more effective than Giannis
This
because
guy's
Giannis, there's a game plan for Giannis. Shea, you can't game plan for Shea because he shoots from anywhere.
he's silky smooth. He's so and the thing is, Shea is such a like he's slow. Him and like Luca, when you watch them, it's not quick. It's so slow.
And it
So
hurts
slow.
because like how can you not stay in front of this guy?
It's so slow. He like did like a Euro step, and it was just like hmm, hmm, and I'm like, that's it. No one could have stopped that. Like, no, nobody with height, but it is what it is. But
Just
yeah,
get
Chet's the thing about Chet's 5. So like Jay, like, come on, man. You guys, your trajectory should be this. Like, that's what it should be. In the next 7 years. Because you're telling me 25-year-old. So at one point, Shea will be 30. So that's prime still. Chet's 25. J Dub is 26, 27. And you still got like Aaron Wiggins, you still got Casey Wallace, you still have Topage, who's not playing this season, who like was a top 7 draft pick, like, and eventually you're gonna make the trade for Anthony Davis, like I've been calling on for so long.
I do
Eventually,
not see AD going to OKC. I don't
hey,
see it.
if you if you tell
Well,
me
if it happens, it'll be nice.
if you tell me that you're gonna give me like Case and Wallace, Topage, a bunch of young players, and I need a big contract, so you may have to trade me like a Dort or something, and those draft picks you've been hoarding because you can't keep all the draft picks. You already
Yeah,
have your starting 7
I'm
guys
gonna make
already
another
there.
team in OKC. Like you guys got
Can't do it, so you have to give me somebody. Number 4 is Franz, which I will say recency bias because you weren't putting Franz fourth. But Franz wasn't, if you redrafted the 2021 draft, Franz wasn't your number 1 overall pick over Cade, Mobley, and Scott. So this is recency bias.
it's crazy that Cade that he's lower than Cade. It's just crazy, like the
Right.
guys I'm
It's
seeing.
it's crazy recency bias. I
It's
won't lie.
really crazy, yeah.
So he's averaging 23, close to 24, 5, and 6, which is good. I'll give that. Next, his teammate, Paulo, which once again, like I say OKC because of Shea. What
Hmm.
if Paulo and Franz are like your Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown? What are we saying?
It's
They,
not
they
bad. It's not bad.
you be disappointed if they don't win a title. Like think about it. OKC back in the day with KD, Russ, and Harden, they made it to 1 finals. They are disappointing. They should have made it to more.
It's true.
With
It's
that
true.
squad, Golden State came out of nowhere. We weren't talking about Golden State.
I don't know.
No, they're not even close. No one was talking about them. The team of the future was freaking low-key the Minnesota Timberwolves with like Kevin Love. Was the was you know what I'm saying? That was talked
They were
about
trying
more.
to cook. They were trying to cook, and they brought over Rubio because like
Come
this
on,
guy's
man.
a Spanish passer. Let's get it. Let's get it. But
The Clippers were like a team. These teams, come on, but these teams are disappointing. Disappointing. So
Doc Rivers is disappointing. Yeah, that's another story. That's
okay.
another
Number two, I think the top three is probably agreeable. Paulo. Number two is Anthony Edwards. We can agree.
agreeable. Agreeable.
And then number one is Wemby.
Agreeable. Of
Right.
course,
So like
I'm gonna
the
ride Wemby, but no hate on Wemby. You know what I mean? He's good, but sometimes the meat riding is a lot.
yeah, it's crazy. He's probably going defensive player of the year though.
Definitely.
Because his
Call it though.
he-
They will call
he's
it.
he's blocking 4 shots a game. He's 24 and 10, which is he's still 20, man. Man, the future of Victor could still be nice, but oddly enough, I think he shoots too much.
You know what? You took the words right out of my mouth. Me and my boy was talking about the other day. We're like, why are you shooting too much threes? I think he attempts 8 threes a game average.
Don't do that.
You're
Don't.
7'6". You don't really need to jump to dunk. I just been on the block, turn around, barbecue chicken, turn
I would
around,
get
shish
him.
kebab chicken.
I would get him stronger. I would get him way stronger, and like he's
Yeah, get
averaging.
into like a KD kind of build, and then go up from there.
He's averaging 9 threes a game.
Oh, even more. See, it's ridiculous, and his percentage not that immaculate.
33.
Yeah, so it's just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, go to the post and like yeah, I definitely would go to the post.
Even if you're shooting 40% from three and you're shooting nine a game, I'm like, why you still shoot so much threes? Why you
Yeah,
still
yeah.
doing
He should shoot maybe 4 or 5 threes a game, maybe.
maybe? And
Like,
that's like I'm having a good shooting game. I'm in rhythm. Let me
right.
take a step outside. But you could be killing the paint. Like you have
Is there
Chris Paul on your team.
yeah,
Like he'll
good.
find you.
Is there any is there any guy that you would put in their top five, or do you like the top five? I would take out Franz. Me personally, Franz wouldn't be. I like the thought
The
of Chet.
top five, I would have this in the top five. I would have in no particular order. Maxi. I would have Maxi. I would have Cade, and I would have the three, which is Victor, Edwards, and Paulo.
Also, you take out Chet and Franz. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
I
I
have
think if I'm going real top five, uh I don't know, like because like the question you asked before, these are guys who am I starting a franchise with right now? Wemby and Ant are the most like consensus. Yes. Yo, how old is
and
John Morant? Is John Morant not 24?
I don't know. Maybe he's
How old
25.
is John
Remember, he
Morant?
came out of college second. It was the second year or third year.
Oh, he's 25. Oh wow.
Okay, that's still good though.
I didn't know that. But yeah, so I would go the two guys, Wemby and Ant. I would definitely go Cade. Wemby, Ant, Cade. Um, I would go Wemby, Ant, Cade. Maybe that's really it. I don't know. I think everyone is kind of in the same category. Those three, I think, stand out above the rest, right? I think those three are the ones who can do the most with the least amount of talent around them. So I think I would pick them. I like the Paulo. Maybe Paulo. I'll pick four. Um, but then I keep thinking of like Scotty. Like I think you put Scotty around like a team full of like if Scotty had a Steph Curry type player, I would just think so highly of him, like in that sense, because he's a better version of Draymond too. I've always said that Scotty
He is,
is
he,
not a number one guy in
he
that
is, he
sense,
is.
but
He's
he's Draymond Green with like more skill set.
way more skill. So like, if you had Scotty in that sort of situation, like we have the same sort of makeup as the G State Warriors those days, right? Like
Yeah,
kind of small ball, two shooters. Draymond's the utility guy. Scotty's the utility guy, and he's just okay. Hit open shots. We're gonna
yeah,
find hit open shots, bro.
yeah.
He's
So I,
stronger than Green. He's longer than Green.
yeah,
He's got a way better Jimmy than Green.
yeah.
It's just, but I guess Green has that more toughness, right? Green, you can tell Green has that
Toughness.
toughness, right?
The
Better than
IQ. I think the IQ is probably better on Draymond Green a little bit.
is,
So
is. So, and those things matter a lot, right? So,
They do. They do. Okay, let's get to our main thing, right? Our whole Lamelo versus Haliburton. You are team Haliburton. I mean, you're team Melo. I'm team
well, do not
Haliburton.
disrespect me.
Um, I think it comes down to this. When we first talked about it, we had just I just think LaMelo Ball doesn't do one thing. I think they both don't play any defense at all.
So
I
that
think
counts.
I think LaMelo Ball. I think LaMelo Ball is all like he doesn't make his teammates better. That's what it comes down to. I think Halliburton makes his teams a lot better. He's more efficient, shooting the three, hitting the jumper. He's better in that end of things. Once again, they're both pylons defensively, so it is what it is. But Halliburton is a better 3-point shooter. He's a better passer.
Is he? Did you look at the percentage? Because I think LaMelo's a better three-point shooter percentage-wise this season.
No,
Halpern is having a terrible season
this
shooting.
this season, yeah, Halliburton's having a horrible season, but he's
Okay,
not that.
we're talking overall though. If you want to talk overall, you're right. Overall, he's a better three-point shooter than LaMelo overall. Overall season's def. Okay, yeah, I agree.
But
You're
what
right.
makes you think LaMelo's better?
LaMelo is a better. Here's the thing. LaMelo is playing the game like he's playing a game.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
He doesn't take it
Right?
too serious.
He doesn't take it too seriously. It's not that taking it seriously. He's playing with a nice flow, free flow. You know what I mean? He's moving. He's like seeing things as it develops. I feel like he's a better playmaker, not passer.
As you saying.
Haliburton is a better passer than LaMelo, but playmaking, LaMelo's better playmaker. He's a better scorer. Then he's flashier than Haliburton. Haliburton has flash too. He's more creative with his shots, right?
Yeah.
He's got that one-legged three he's shooting in games consistently. Like he's got such a deep bag.
Right.
Like you can kind of predict in a sense offensively what Halliburton's gonna do. Once you read the pass and whatnot, like Halliburton's not looking to shoot. But LaMelo, it doesn't
He
matter.
really
Like,
isn't.
he
He
could be
really isn't.
shooting, he could be passing. So Halliburton, you can play the pass, and it's kind of easier to guard in a sense when you know it's like guarding Draymond. You know he's gonna pass. He's not.
Right.
We don't want him to shoot, right? So things like that, like. Granted, teams, Indiana has a better squad than Charlotte Hornets right now. That's why they're
I don't
going.
know. I don't know about that sometimes. Charlotte is losing, but the way Indiana's losing games, I thought this team was a good team. I don't know what's going on with them. They're very disappointing.
Indiana's disappointing still. Indiana's disappointing, but names wise on the roster, I'm just giving it to Indiana, having a better roster than Charlotte on paper.
Yep,
On
agreed.
paper, right? But I'm a GM. I'm picking Lamelo Ball over Haliburton in the draft and right now. Period.
I think the one thing that I I firmly feel about Indiana Pacers, and this is where like this type of offense works when you're even though I so they play offense kind of like San Antonio Spurs did. Everyone gets a touch, everyone passes the ball, blah blah blah. But I think you can only do that when everyone is has like less of an ego. And what I mean by that is like when you look at the squad, we all think Halliburton and Pascal should score the most, right? So it's kind of like I almost feel like they're not built for it. Like no one truly thought, hey, Tony Parker should be should be shooting as much as he shoots, right?
Hmm.
Or he should be shooting more, or Ginobili should be shooting more. We
Hmm.
all felt like maybe Tim Duncan could be scoring more,
Definitely.
but he
Tim,
chose not to, right?
definitely.
So it's just like Halliburton, I agree, he's a better passer. We've come like on this pod multiple times. Halliburton should just turn into I'm gonna average 13 assists a game. I'm averaging 14 assists a game. I'm a threat to shoot the three, but I'm not gonna shoot the three. I'm gonna give it to Miles. And then I also think with like a guy like Miles Turner, I kind of think he shoots too much. And I think
I like Miles Turner, but
I like him
he's
a lot.
yeah.
I think he kind of does too much.
The modern NBA where the big men are just shooting like you see like what you were saying Wemby 9-3. So it's like they're all kind of I think it's the analytics kind of messing these guys up too.
Oh yeah, I think so too. I think Pascal is he's like one of the top 10 guys in like fadeaways this season, like percentage wise. I think Pascal's corner three still good. I think with Pascal, he's also a very selfish player, low key. because he needs the ball in his hands to do something. Like he's not a play finisher kind of. He's more of a play creator in that sense. He's better. He can do both, but he's better as a play creator for himself than having someone create for him. Unless he's in the corner and then like when Scotty at the time or now Haliburton, but he's way better at the ISO. Like let me have the ball and let me just do my thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah,
He's way
yeah.
better at that. So I think it all like depends overall, but Lamelo, I just want to see him do something else, man. Like I want to see him do more. Like I don't like the trick shots. I don't care for the trick shots. I don't care for that. I don't care for how far or like pause how deep the man can shoot I don't care. Like I don't care. I don't care. I want to see more. And defensively, they both just suck. Like I
They're
agree.
bad, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
but once again, they're both like what? I think Halliburton's shorter. I'm assuming.
Haliburton is Lamel's is a 6'6", 6'7".
I, but Lamelo, I thought Lamelo's like 6'9". No,
No, I think 6'7", not 6'9".
am I like giving this guy like so much height now? Like, and then what makes like Charlotte? We're all looking at Brandon Miller, and we're all low key saying, "Take that spot, take his spot, be the number one guy." Because Brandon Miller's about to win most improved player. I please you have a better memory than I do. I'm saying it now. He probably may win that next year because when Lamelo gets traded, maybe, right? I think certain teams they're willing to like start fresh. I do think so. I think Charlotte's willing to, but you
The
wouldn't do
Charlotte-
that. You're the Charlotte Hornets. Who's sitting?
Not yet, that is. Are you crazy? If
Yeah,
anything, I'm keeping fucking cursing, my bad guys. If anything, I'm keeping LaMelo and I'm keeping Miller.
yeah,
I'm
he
the
stays
Hornets.
up.
Everyone else to me is up for, you know what I mean?
And you don't trade one of the top five like most like excited guys you can watch in the league, and like all the young people know who he is. His following is just above some of your top stars.
He's
I'm pretty
exciting to
sure.
watch. But Haliburton is exciting to watch too. I'm not gonna lie. Like they're both LaMelo is more entertaining though than Haliburton to watch. Like,
Oh,
and that
yeah.
is a factor. That plays a factor too, right?
Lamelo has 10.2. I'm just gonna look at your Jason Tatum. I'm pretty sure does not have no 10.2. Yeah, your team has 7.2. So like Lamelo is 3 million more famous than Jason Tatum, and like Lamelo has done nothing in the league yet, right?
Yeah,
But of course,
that's
that's because of the past and the Ball family was entertaining. All those things played
he rightfully deserves to be there because he's handled all of that pressure coming to the league and everything well, right?
man. I think that's why most men, especially black men, we give our cups up to LeVar Ball. He did it. I don't give a fuck. He did it. He did it. Both sons, top three overall picks. Like both of
That's
them,
crazy.
like it doesn't matter. Lamelo's number two, no? Did it go
Yeah,
Zion Lamelo?
something like Lamelo was
Oh
high.
no, Anthony Edwards Lamelo, right? I think it went like that. Oh no, it didn't. It went Anthony
RJ was in the
Edwards.
Zion draft. There was RJ in the Zion
Yeah,
draft.
yeah, yeah. Lamelo. It goes Anthony Edwards. What is the you? Not Bagley. Was it not Bagley? What's his name? He's the center. Oh shoot, he
For
was number
who?
two. He went to the Warriors.
Not Wiseman.
Wiseman. Wiseman. Yeah, yeah.
That
You're right.
guy's horrible.
Yeah, yeah. So Wiseman two, then Lamelo three.
The number second pick curse is real, and I hope it doesn't hit Scoot. Please, Lord, please,
Oh, I'm
please,
hoping
Scoot,
because it
please.
normally happens to the number two guy, then the number
Darko
three.
Milicic, Darko
Yeah,
Milicic.
like it's all because of the Jordan. It started with Jordan. Started with Jordan, like,
Oh
and then
man,
even
from
like,
there. It's been like 40 years. You're right, 40 years. 40
it,
years. Number pick,
if you
number
think
two
about
pick.
like Kyrie Irving, then it was Turner right after, right? It was Kyrie, Turner, and then like other people. Um, yeah, it definitely happens. Yeah, so like I just think Halliburton's an overall better player, better, and also I think I'm also taking into account if I'm a player,
Hmm.
who would I rather play with? Halliburton easily.
You think so? I think I'd be Melo. Melo's going up the ball.
No, but so is Halliburton. So is Haliburton. I don't know.
They both are. They both are. But
I think I can be more of a star. I just think Haliburton looks less selfish than Lamelo. Like Lamelo just thinks about
Halliburton is. But you're right with that though, because Halliburton is looking to pass like Draymond. Like he's looking to be. Lamelo is, if it's there, he's gonna take it.
he's taking it.
You know what I mean? He's not hesitating. Like Halliburton is like, it's there, but he has a little bit better look, so I'm gonna give it to him.
And
Right?
I think Lamelo, he I just don't think he's a winning player. He doesn't show me winning playing. Like he doesn't show it to me. He doesn't show it to me at all. Like once again, the Indiana Pacers ain't doing shit. They're right now they're losing to the Hornets as we speak with a Lamelo-less Hornets. Once
Well,
again, that
what's
team
Brandon
has an
Miller doing?
issue.
What's Brandon Miller doing? Probably going crazy that game.
Um, the thing is with the game, TJ McConnell is like winning.
Oh, that
Uh,
guy's, you gotta worry about that guy still low key.
yeah. I just think yeah, they're losing by like 3 points. Like once again, McConnell has like 18 points. This is why, like I said, I think the Pacers are so like everyone get the ball. Like Siakam's had the ball 7 times or shot the ball 7 times.
That's
Top,
it?
yeah, Toppin has shot 11 times.
There's no pecking order really over there. And there
That's what
kind
I'm
of
saying,
needs
which
to
is
really
weird.
be a pecking order. Like,
I think that's the difference with the San Antonio Spurs. You knew it's still the three guys. We're gonna pass the ball to Thiago Splinter and what's the guy? What's the Boris Diaw? Like we're gonna pass it to these guys. But
that's
it's
Thiago Splitter. Holy shit, yeah.
you know when Ginobili's on, Ginobili's number one.
Or Rasho Nesterovic.
You know
Some
what I'm
shit.
saying? You
Yeah,
know, shout out to him, former Raptor, two-time former Raptor, Rasho. Like you know it's Parker, then Duncan. If we're doing too much stupidness, we give it to Duncan in the low post. He's a clear 18 points a game
yeah.
type of guy. Give us 10 rebounds. Like we're fair. But in Indiana, one day it's Matherin's turn.
Prime Duncan was like, he was getting like literally 26 and 13, like
Yeah.
Prime Duncan. Like,
Duncan, one of the most underrated players. I was listening to a podcast and it's so funny. In the podcast, the guy was like, "Oh, people, if you ask basketball people, they'll say Kobe was better than Duncan." And the guy in the podcast was like, "Yeah, if you ask people who don't watch basketball, they'll say Kobe's better because Kobe's more popular. It doesn't matter. LaMelo Ball to a regular casual fan is going to be better than like half the league because they won't know
yeah,
who the
yeah.
other guys are. So it doesn't. You're not really saying much, right?" Um, so like he was saying that like, oh, in the future people are gonna say, Kobe's better. Probably because there's gonna be more highlights of Kobe than there will be of other guys. So of course it's gonna be like that. And who's watching highlights of Tim Duncan? No one is. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I was watching out to Tim Duncan not too long ago, and I'm like, this guy just got it done simple. But Prime
Tim,
Duncan was coming down lane and dunking on guys, legs out, like, so it's like it wasn't just glass dunking. Like, man, I had to realize he was blocking shots, he was dunking on like he
he
was
was
a force.
offensively very underrated. Like
Yeah, he was a force, and he's got like five of them things, right? So it's like Kobe has five of them things too. Duncan has five of them things too. So you can't really.
he was
Both
mad.
in the West around the same time frame. West was hard. The West was always hard. He was
Oh my gosh, yeah.
the Sacramento Kings, those 2000 Phoenix Suns, the Mavericks were always in the mix with Dirk. They had teams Portland with the Warriors, the Aldridge. Like there was teams in the West that were getting busy.
There's
You know what
teams.
I mean? So
There's teams. Did you say Portland as well?
yes,
Yeah, because Portland, it's only now they've been bad. Like Phoenix and Portland have always somehow been like a talking point because people in the beginning it had Pippen was on the team with like Bonzi Wells, Sabonis,
the
like that was it.
Jailblazers. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then it was Brandon Roy in like the 06, 07, 08. Then guess who comes after? LaMarcus Aldridge comes, and
Yes.
like then who comes? Dame comes, like
Yes.
right. It's only now that Portland's been kind of
Then yeah,
hot,
yeah, yeah.
right? So it's yeah.
Oh, Houston balling those days? Houston was all right
Yeah,
still.
yeah, you
They
had
were,
Yao and
yeah, yeah, yeah. They had McGrady, but they didn't make it past second round. But yeah, yeah, they were.
yeah. Yeah, there's certain teams I feel have always been kind of like even low-key like the Atlanta Hawks really haven't been like consistently bad,
You're
like
right, Skip.
consistently.
Yeah. Because you really think back, like, okay, before we got Carroll, Atlanta Hawks had that four-man All-Star team, made it to like
Right,
the finals, whatnot. They had the Joe Johnson years
right.
a
Like
little bit. Yeah, yeah.
always been
With the
kind of
Jeff
like
Teague.
a team to talk about, kind of.
They always had a team that was honest, over 500 making to the playoffs. At the
Right.
Josh Smith, Teague, Joe Johnson days, right? And
Yeah.
then the Corver, and then yeah, Carroll.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
those had
Trey
some.
Young and the New York Killers. So yeah, Atlanta's always been. Yeah, Atlanta's always been. I think they're 11-9 now.
Yeah, some teams have been really bad since like 2000s. Like Detroit has been like pretty
It's
bad.
Detroit. When was the last time I remember Detroit being good? Ben Wallace.
Right, like, and we're saying
Something.
good. Like I was definitely a prisoner of the moment when I thought Detroit after they got swept by like LeBron for nothing. But I'm like, that's the hardest for nothing I ever seen. I thought Detroit was gonna be something because they competed, bro. They competed. Tobias Harris, Drummond, Stanley Johnson was out here like, I'm not afraid of LeBron. I believed him. I'm like, he ain't afraid of LeBron. So like, let's go.
Stanley Johnson is such a disappointing NBA player to me because this guy was coming out of college, supposed to be a guy, and he had the NBA body, and he just never panned out.
Definitely. He never got the jumper.
Yeah,
He
that's what it was. He never got a jumper.
he should have been a 3 and D because his defense is really good.
It was good, but he couldn't score, he couldn't shoot, and his
Couldn't
he was had bad bricks. It wasn't even
yeah,
close.
yeah, you have to be more versatile in this league. You just have to be. Um, yeah. So the next topic before I get to the last one, which the Haliburton Lamelo thing, we're always gonna have to see. We're just gonna have to wait and see to see who's better. But
Wait and see. Playoff time.
playoff time. But Lamelo has to go to the playoffs. I do, but my thing with that team, they need to build. This is where like constantly having top 10, top six draft picks doesn't always work for you,
Doesn't, yeah.
right? But then like this is I don't want to go to a sidetrack, but why does the Western Conference have the same, but everyone's doing better? Like the Portland Trailblazers, you believe in their future more than you believe in the Hornets' future. Like why is that, right? Like like Shannon
Thing
Sharp
is,
is
I think public may, but not me. I believe in Charlotte more than Portland.
right,
But here's the thing: Portland's historically been better than Charlotte.
right.
So
Look at the team that we like. Only the Pelicans have really been just horrible with the management of their
I
young
don't
guys.
know
But
what's wrong.
everyone else been pretty okay. Like OKC, Houston, we're all in love with Houston. Only Orlando's really doing something with the young guys. Look at Detroit. Detroit's not doing shit with the
Detroit
young.
is actually that's a good topic, and we didn't bring that up. We didn't talk about Detroit. Detroit is that mixture of veterans with the young guys.
It's working.
It's made a big difference already.
It's
Like
working. I'm glad because they're the team that I really want to do well. They're the team I really want to do well. I
like
can't say
I'm looking at the standings right now, and wow, Pistons are 10-15. That's not even horrible. That's respectable at
it's not
least.
horrible, man. It's really not horrible, man. It's
They're a playing team. Yeah.
But I would like the Eastern Conferences overall to just be better. I hate the thought that like I don't like the thought of what I'm seeing. I hope they can all win some games and like be above average at least.
East right now is
Like I was looking at the Pacers record, like the Pacers like schedule, and I'm like, oh, they have some easier wins. They lost like their last game, I believe, and in their last game,
4-6 in the last 10. So
oh, they won the last game against Chicago, but they had like Brooklyn. They should have beat Loki Toronto. They should have beat Brooklyn. They
no.
face like their next round is a little bit easier. You have Charlotte. You should beat them. Philly. But once again, I think I'm just believing in them. But to the point that I'm like, hey, you can call us a hot take, I guess. Maybe too early. Trade Pascal. I don't want you to waste my boy Pascal's time, honestly speaking.
To who? Hold on. To who though?
I don't know. I don't know. You're right. Too. I don't know. I don't know.
The Pelicans? Where?
I would never want anyone to do that to me.
Where? Atlanta? Where?
The crazy thing is, like, I get this guy. No, would he not be better on the Timberwolves, or would you think it's the same? Because I know him and Randall are somewhat similar.
Yeah, that'd be too much paint clogging. Yeah, and Timberwolves winning.
Because it's paint clogging now with
I
thing.
know even more. Even more. I'm thinking it's even more.
Yeah,
Which the team? What's the team with a lot of shooters that needs a slasher?
a team that said they're looking for a second star, and imagine him on this squad, which I thought they could have got last year. Toronto could have done something. Golden State.
That's
You
crazy what you say.
you take him out and you just trade Kaminga there, and then Indiana's still young, but I know Kaminga and Mathurin probably won't probably too similar, but whatever. But you put
You know,
him
I
on,
don't even hate that idea now that you're saying
come
Kuminga,
on,
because he would definitely get more opportunity over there.
right? Way more opportunity. Way more opportunity.
I think G State just don't mess with him. Period.
Right? They just don't. There's certain guys you're seeing in it. Yo, these guys who are score
Dogs.
first, they don't see it. They don't fuck with you. They don't fuck with you, Kaminga. They don't fuck with you, Jalen Green. They if you're like a score first guy, the league is saying I don't fuck with you.
Yeah,
I
but you have
fuck
to
with
be an elite. But you have to fuck with an elite score first guy like Curry.
right or like Anthony Edwards. We fuck with him. He's an
Fuck with
elite.
him.
He's
Even
a
though he says some shit, but yeah,
he's an elite ball hog. But we're okay with him.
yo,
Okay, but we're not okay with Jalen Green and everyone else because like
young ball hogs I'm okay with.
yeah. So no, it's not. Cam Thomas. We don't fuck with you like that.
Yo, the league do not mess with Cam Thompson. He's
That
straight,
brother is shooting like 40 points a game. Just
bro,
don't
and
fuck.
he's not even really. He's not supposed to be doing this at all, and no one cares.
Yeah.
And Brooklyn Nets are in eighth right now, a playoff spot, and no one cares.
Yeah, man, they're such a good they try hard, man. They definitely try hard. They definitely try hard.
The
There's so much
Hawks are
teams that are like 10 and
crazy.
14.
Wow,
So yeah, so the next thing to quickly mention, our Toronto women's team have we didn't talk about NBA Cup. I just realized that. We'll probably do some NBA Cup predictions right after. But our Toronto team, they're gonna be called the Toronto Tempo. What are your initial thoughts?
bro, I love it.
Yeah?
The name is. I'll learn to love the name, but the fact that we really have a WNBA team officially here is crazy. I want to go to a game. I want to go to a few games, like straight up. Like
Uh
I'm going to go see games. I have to.
I the thing is because like they start in 2026.
Yep. Yep.
Because the way we are in sometimes Canada in general, but like Toronto, we're so hungry for things. It's gonna be summertime. What is everyone really saying? Now people like that game one ticket for the it will be a hella expensive.
It will be. It will be.
Like it's going to
I
be
said I'm going to
expensive.
game one, but shit, I'm gonna go to some games.
I'm gonna try to go to game one. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna try my best to go to game one. But it's gonna be a hella expensive,
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be
right?
insane still. So
So, but the thing, I'm not sure if I like the color scheme as much.
the light, what is it? The light blue, right?
Yeah, like a light
Like,
bluish. I'm not sure if I like that. But the tempo, it's like, but it's weird. You know when you say, oh, they're pushing the tempo? Like it's weird to say tempo is pushing the tempo, but like I don't know. But the tempo is not, it's not horrible. But on Twitter, people were kind of clowning the name. People were clowning the name because they felt there was other names that they could have used.
yep.
Probably, but we'll get used to the tempo. People didn't like the Raptors. People hated the Raptors.
At first, it was like, yeah.
You know, like was
I remember it in my first was like Raptors. Like, I don't
people
know.
hated it. Called it Barney. Remember they were calling us Barney and stuff?
Disrespect, but now we love it. It grew on us.
Right. The jersey, everyone thinks the Raptor jersey is like a top like five jersey. Like, come on, man. Everyone
And at the
loves it.
time, it was like, there was better at the time for me. Like in the '90s, I'm like, I like the Nuggets jersey, for
Yeah.
example, better than Raptors. Like the cityscape type of
Yeah.
you
Mm.
know.
But yeah, I like the tempo. When Juju Watkins gets drafted here, we're all gonna be very fucking happy. It doesn't fucking matter. When Juju comes, we're gonna be fucking.
That's when her time took. Yeah, if
I
we can
think
have,
that's her year. I think so. But even if it's not, we're not gonna be good. So,
yo, get Juju. I'll come watch Juju and others.
bro, if we were to get Juju,
Trade, make a
if
trade
we
for Page as
if
well.
we ever got Juju, those tickets will triple in price, and they're just gonna move them for that. Like for half their games will be on in the freaking Scotiabank. Half their games
Where are they? Where are they supposed to play their games anyways?
they're playing in the Coca-Cola Coliseum.
How much does that sit?
It doesn't
Don't
sit a lot. It doesn't sit a lot. I know it doesn't sit a lot.
No, they need to. They really need to do. I thought they were doing it at Scotia. Don't do this.
No, because I think
Even if you
I
close the upper
agree.
level and just have it all lower level, if the seating is not like that, for example, but
Yeah, I
just do
think
it that
that's the
way.
fear, right? It's like it's not they rather make it look like packed. Um, so I think I understand it in the beginning, you may want to go there, but if the team starts winning games, then like you said, just make it
Full Coliseum sits and how is the vending, the food situated, and is it premium like Air Canada Center? I can't even say Scotia because that's just Skydome and Air Canada Center. I can't even say that bullshit. I can't.
I think it seats basically close to 8,000 people.
I mean, that's not bad, but
Not bad at all.
like, how much do now my thing is, do you know how much the average WNBA sits? Like, let's
It
say,
depends now because nowadays, like the Indiana Fever sold out like their whole season, right? Because of Caitlin Clark, and any game that Caitlin Clark was a part of was pretty much a sold out.
and how much seats they sit in here? Is it like a stadium where the Pacers play or
I
not?
think they play where the Pacers play.
So that's 18,000. We're gonna say 18 to 20,000 people.
Yeah, I think they play in the same.
That's legit. I hope we win though. But 8,000, it's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not bad. I just want it to be like a professional, real professional. Like this is real. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like how Air Canada is. That's all.
Oh, it definitely will be. They're definitely gonna make it look real nice.
But
Uh,
I guess the color is a light blue. It's light pastel, so it's not too loud and bright. So that's okay with me, I guess. But
yeah, no, it's not bad at
could
all.
be better. Could be
Uh,
better.
NBA Cup. Let's do some early predictions. I think we can almost predict because the semifinals is Saturday, so we can pretty much predict all the way to the like who's gonna make it to the finals. So the four teams or the 8 teams that are in it in the Eastern Conference is the Magic versus the Bucks. Oh, I just realized the Magic are without that sucks.
And
That
the Bucks, I
sucks.
think, have at least those two guys. Middleton came back and was shooting ball a little bit, so
Yeah, yeah.
that's definitely that should be the Buck.
Easily,
Buck.
easily. That should be a that sucks. That we could have had a good game. We could have had a
Both
good.
teams Southie would have been a real nice game to watch, but it's
Yeah,
something.
Thunder and Mavs.
Shout
That
out
should
to
be
the
a good game.
Thunder. Shout out to the Thunder, and again, shout out to the Thunder. Thunder is just too deep.
If the Mavs win, it's because Luca is taking it like Luca's gonna take this NBA Cup incredibly serious, like incredibly. Um, but Hawks and Knicks, we'll go Knicks.
Knicks are
It's
definitely gonna. Are they playing where they playing in?
in New York.
Yeah, they have the guard. Man, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the Eastern Conference ones are so boring if you think about it.
Towns is having a great season though, by the way.
Oh, oh, this guy's having an immaculate season.
Like,
Even OG's having a good season.
bro, like it's
It's
something
just
about New York.
Bridges.
Like, go to
It's
New
it.
York, it's like Jalen Brunson was good in Mavericks. He went to New York, just I'm the man.
Yeah, yeah,
OG got better. Like Cat was
yeah,
a joke. Cat was a joke in Minnesota, right? Remember he's a
yeah,
little joke. Now it's like, yo, Cat, we need you.
yeah. It's Bridges is the one that's been most disappointing.
Don't even talk about Bridges right now because I'm still over his jump shot.
Yeah, he's the most disappointing. So we say next, then Warriors and Rockets. That one should be a delight to watch.
That's entertaining right the hell there. And
Who you going with?
they're playing in G State or H Town.
Houston.
You know, I'm gonna go with underdog. I'm gonna go H Town.
Oh yeah, I don't think they're underdog. They're just low key better
They're like
this
I think they're
season.
third in the West. I
Fifth,
don't know.
no, second now. I think second in the West.
Second? Oh, damn.
I think they're second. I swear. Yeah, but like, yeah, so I would go Houston. So then that would make the finals. Eastern is going to be Knicks and Bucks. That should be a good game.
Holy shit.
That should be a real good game. That
That's
that'll be
gonna
on
be a battle, Knicks and Bucks.
Saturday at like
That's
4:30.
the Saturday game coming up, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who'd you go with?
Knicks and Bucks?
Yeah, we're gonna predict the whole thing. Now.
Bro, I don't here's the thing. The Bucks, they're cool, but I'm going with the Knicks. The Bucks give up a lot of threes.
But I would agree. I think the Knicks are probably deeper.
Definitely deep.
Giannis would have to have a 50 burger, and yeah,
That's not happening, I think, against the Knicks. I think Tibbs is gonna be like Giannis is starting to go to work. Tibbs is like, okay, guys, like he's making adjustments.
yeah.
That's not
Bridges, if you're not gonna score, fucking play some defense.
Yeah, yeah.
which he does. So,
Knicks are too deep. You got Deuce on the bench. Like Knicks are too deep. Like
and then we would go the Rockets versus the Thunder, which is ooh,
that's a chef's kiss.
ooh,
I agree. Chef's kiss.
ooh.
Chef's kiss.
Especially if you like if you think the league is boring, like these are some young teams to get like your blood flowing. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep. Ah, shit.
Who would you go with, Rockets or Thunder?
As much as I love those Rockets, I have to go with the better squad, the deeper squad, which is the Thunder.
Yeah. So we're predicting a Thunder versus Knicks finals, which we won't even
That's
talk about
entertaining,
yet because on the next pod we'll know who's in the finals. If it's those two, who would you pick if it was those two though?
bro. That's tough, actually. I'm not gonna lie, that's tough. Part of me wants to go with. I'm gonna go OKC actually. I like what
Remember,
Shea. I think Shea's the best scorer amongst both teams playing, right? Three level score, so I'm gonna go with that based on that, and yeah, I'm gonna go with the Thunder still.
like I was saying before, in my predictions, I picked the Thunder to win the NBA Cup, so I'm just gonna follow that. I picked them, so I'm gonna. I just felt they're a young team. If nobody gets hurt, which freaking thing did get hurt, but I just thought
That's
they were
what
so young and hungry. The thing is, I just want to call myself out here. I called Thunder winning last year when the Lakers were in the final. I'm like, yo, the Thunder will win this year because it's a mental thing now. Like you gotta win it because you have to know that you can. So I believe in a team like that. I'll predict next year eventually. Um, but yeah, who do you think David? What am I saying his name? David Stern? No, David Stern's the old one.
Yeah, that's the old one. Silver, Adam.
Adam Silver, yeah. Who do you think he wants to be in the finals? Who does the NBA, the media, who does the ratings want to be in the finals?
Okay, the most entertaining person, but they're not gonna be in it is Ant-Man, so it's not gonna be Minnesota, but
But out
the
of these ones, out of the teams that are here,
the media would want New York, big market. I would say
yeah,
New York, right? OKC is a small market. Who else on that side again? It was
G State, Houston,
G State.
G State, right? And I'm like, if it's
Maybe a G State or Milwaukee.
because of Giannis,
Milwaukee G State.
like
Or New
I'm
York
thinking,
G State. Yeah, but
I
maybe
think
Milwaukee because Milwaukee has more star power, right?
yeah, see, I agree with you because I was thinking like if you want name Knicks, right? But if you want star power, like it's Giannis, Damian Lillard, arguably the second best shooter versus Steph Curry, and
Yeah,
the goal like it has that like feel
star
to it.
power.
And like last year, you got Indiana, but Haliburton was playing like a young starter, like but you had LeBron.
Yes.
LeBron overshadowed the whole
You
thing.
had like a top five guy. Like you'd have
Right.
a top five guy in Giannis.
Right. And Steph Curry, what second most popular guy in the league still.
Steph Curry is a top five. Steph Curry's top five still.
Yeah, and he's what? Would you say he's the second most popular guy in the league? Like LeBron is still probably number
Definitely.
one most popular than Steph.
If it wasn't for Steph Curry, Under Armour would not be really, I think, in business.
Thousand
Like
percent, no question.
I don't even think so. Like they just make apparel. There'd be no shoes.
Yeah, no question. They needed him like everything. But that's most of the pod. I was gonna talk about some Jokic in Denver, but there's no point of talking about that. But that's not it for the pod. The last thing I wanted to ask you, we may have talked about it before, but if you think about your basketball, you play basketball a lot. Okay,
Used to.
your game, right? And I'll go first so to kind of tell you what I'm saying. Who do you feel like you play like, or you like in the past? Who do you feel like you play like, or you're very similar to, as a game? So I'll go first. The guy who my brain feels like I want to play like is Dwayne Wade. I want to play like Dwayne Wade. I want to drive to the basket. I want to get easy layups, hit a jumper. That's what my brain wants to do. I
Yeah,
don't do that physically, but my brain wants to do it. Unless I'm like by myself. Like if the squad has no one else on it, it's just me. Oh, I'm doing waiting it. I'm like going crazy,
yeah,
right? Because it's a mental thing. Ball is legit mental. But what I think my game actually plays like for me, I think I play a lot like a Draymond Green. And the reason why I say Draymond Green is because I shoot the best on top of the key, hitting the three. That's my best three is the top of the key.
yeah, yeah.
I like to pass the ball. I can rebound and play defense. And I'm a talker sometimes when I'm on the court.
Communicate. Yeah, you communicate still. Yeah, yeah.
So I think on my game is more like, mind you, these guys are all like they're all elite players. We're not saying we're not even I'm not fucking close to it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if I had to be like, you know what, that's the player I think I'm a lot like. Some days I'm like Ben Simmons, I'll say. The way I shoot the ball, I'm like Ben Simmons. I don't gonna hold you.
Attempt shots. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Right? But I attempt them. You know what?
You
I'm not Ben
attempt
Simmons.
threes. You
I
attempt
attempt them.
threes.
So
Holy shit.
but I think I'm like Draymond, where I'm like, I don't move a lot. I'm straight in the top of the key. I pass the ball. I kind of tell where man's to go. I'll do like a little thing. I'll play some defense. And I think my ball IQ at times can be high because I know when that screen is coming. I know what
Yep,
mans are
yep,
looking for,
yep.
blah, blah, blah. So that's the type of guy I think I play like right now. Who's the type of guy you think you play like past, present, whatever matter? Who do you
So
think?
honestly, that's a tough question because I don't really know. Like, I know I like to kill the mid range, right? Like the little dribble, step back, little mid range. So, like, who really plays like that? Like, shit. I honestly, I don't even.
Because I've watched you play ball a lot, I think the player who okay, see first the I've
Who do
my
you think
first
I want to? Who do I want to play? Okay, let's start. Who I think I play. Okay, who do I think I play when I'm on the court? A little bit of Melo. I'm gonna
right,
say,
right, right.
and a little bit of
There's a guy I'm thinking about, and I'm wondering if you may be thinking the same thing.
Melo and a little bit of, I guess, a little bit of Joe Johnson. And who's a
Okay.
pass? Who can pass a little bit? That's underrated
So
pass.
the one player I first thought when I thought of it, I thought Rudy Gay, but that's
That's not
low
bad.
end.
Actually.
But
Actually,
but
that's
no,
not bad. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's
no,
pretty
but
good.
there's a player that I think I may think a little bit better, and that is but I have to think of his defense, but like Chris Middleton, because you play defense. Respectfully, Melo and Rudy Gay don't play defense.
For
So
defense, yeah,
you have to be a mid-range
yeah.
guy,
That's not bad. I kind of shoot. Yeah, yeah,
right? And like you have the mid-range like Middleton
yeah,
does.
yeah,
You can take over a game like Middleton does.
yeah, yeah.
And you play defense, and Middleton plays defense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I was trying to
Underrated
think
pass.
of like someone like old
That's good.
school.
That's good.
Like I was thinking like OJ Mayo, but OJ Mayo doesn't play defense.
OJ,
So
yo, OJ was nice. Holy shit! Shout out OJ,
right?
man.
But like basically a guy who can get his shot off
Yeah,
and also play defense.
yeah, yeah. Okay, Middleton. Because I'm not a high flyer or anything like that, like Middleton. So.
Right, right. Your mid range is nice. Your 3-point shot is nice. Your defense is nice. So I think you play a lot
That's actually good. Actually, that's a good. That's actually a
into that. So
pretty accurate. I like that actually.
yeah, yeah.
I can't lie.
But
That's actually
that was the pod. I just wanted to kind of end it with who we think we are sometimes. But like I said, my brain thinks I'm Dwayne Wade. I ain't gonna lie. Like my
Wiggins.
brain wants to be Dwayne Wade. I want to be like Jason Kidd because bro, I want that. How much time we play ball? I'm just like I like that shit. I like that
Yeah,
like
yeah.
especially when man's like kind of do like a nice little cut. I'm like, I
Oh,
got you.
yeah.
You think I don't got you? I got you. Just let
You
me
throw some dimes still. I can't even front. Some
like
shit could be unexpected. Like it was like, oh shit, he actually threw the pass. Like
yeah,
a
yeah.
little window, and then you'll look, and you're like, oh, that's nigga didn't throw the pass. I was like, shit, it's in your
Bro,
hand.
because if
You
I
gotta
see
do
a
something. Yeah,
if I see a little hole, like give a
yeah,
little hole,
yeah, yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's the pod for your boy YS and your boy Mike. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys again. Peace.